The Cursed House, a tale of sacrifice. The old house on the outskirts of town had been abandoned for years, its broken windows and crumbling walls a testament to its sad state. Legend had it that a family had lived there once, but something terrible had happened and they were never seen again. The townspeople whispered that the house was cursed, and no one dared to go near it. One day, a group of curious teenagers decided to explore the house. They were looking for a thrill, something to break the monotony of their boring lives. They climbed through a window and made their way into the living room. The air was musty and stale, and the only sound was the creaking of the old wooden floors beneath their feet. As they explored the house, they noticed strange markings on the walls and floors. The symbols were unfamiliar, and they seemed to glow faintly in the dim light. Suddenly, they heard a noise coming from upstairs. It was a low growling sound, and it sent shivers down their spines. The group hesitated for a moment, but their curiosity got the better of them, and they made their way up the stairs. The growling grew louder as they approached a door at the end of the hallway. One of the boys pushed open the door, and they all stepped inside. The room was filled with a thick fog, and they could barely see in front of them. As the fog cleared, they saw a figure standing in the corner of the room. It was a woman, but her face was twisted in anger and hatred. She was the source of the growling, and she was furious. "You dare to enter my home," she hissed. "You will pay the price for your foolishness." The teenagers tried to run, but the door slammed shut behind them, trapping them in the room with the angry woman. Suddenly, the woman's appearance changed. Her face softened, and she looked at the teenagers with sadness in her eyes. "I am the ghost of the woman who lived here," she said. "I was cursed by a witch who lived in this town many years ago. She was jealous of my happiness and wanted to see me suffer. The curse has kept me trapped in this house, unable to leave or rest in peace." The teenagers listened in horror as the ghost told her story. They realized that they had made a terrible mistake by entering the cursed house. But the ghost had one more surprise for them. "There is a way to break the curse," she said, "but you must be willing to make a sacrifice." The ghost explained that the curse could only be broken if one of them stayed in the house to take her place. The sacrifice would free her spirit and allow her to finally rest in peace. The teenagers looked at each other, unsure of what to do. After a few moments of tense silence, one of the teenagers stepped forward. "I'll do it," he said. "I'll stay behind." The others protested, but the brave teenager was determined to help the ghost. He stayed behind as the others ran from the house, tears streaming down their faces. As they reached the safety of the town, they heard a loud roar coming from the cursed house. They turned back to see the house crumbling to the ground, consumed by the ghost's fury. The sacrifice had worked, and the curse was finally broken. The teenagers never spoke of their experience again, but they never forgot the brave sacrifice of their friend. They knew that they had witnessed something extraordinary, something that would stay with them for the rest of their lives. And they knew that they had learned a valuable lesson. Never underestimate the power of a curse.